What's up, dingus? How you doing? Test from Cat PM. Yes, indeed. Tuna, yo, hiya. That Nezu collab yesterday was great. Had trouble verifying my account. Couldn't cheer you on though. Weird. That's strange. Yeah, honestly, I actually had a lot of fun there. There was some good stuff. We'll probably debrief about that. Can you even hear me right now? Yeah, okay, cool. I was asleep through the whole collab. I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. It's late for you guys. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of around the time my normal Friday ones are, so it was a little bit earlier. But Tebow, hey, give me a second. I gotta turn my lights on still. I'm procrastinating on it because I don't want them blaring in my eyes. Give me a second. Woke up at 6 a.m. today. There wasn't a chance I could show up. Yeah, no, you're good. This stream is got something because I'm dying from excitement waiting for a game release tomorrow. What game are you looking forward to? I overslept. I think I saw you say that in Discord. I stopped watching when y'all were about to start playing. Yeah. Wet Night Abyss looks crazy fun. Never heard of it. I'll have to look it up. Ads over in a minute. Wait, ad starts in. I thought I hit the run ad button. Well, I mean, most of you guys are subscribed, but I feel like I'm forgetting something too. Is my camera on? My camera should be on. Camera's on. Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something though. It's too early. Yeah, I thought I had the what Night Abyss. Interesting. Is it what, like a hack and slash? That's kind of what I assume for most like games that look like this, but it could just be like I don't even know. I was gonna say it looks like a gacha, yeah. It's a gacha without, I mean, more or less. Okay. I think I'm ready. Let's just talk because most of you are already here, and if someone's just coming in and they miss the first minute of me yapping, then who cares, right? Oh, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing actual content here. Okay, let's just show my face. Where's my face? People call it anime Warframe, but I've never played Warframe, so I don't know. Which kind of I think is sort of hack and slash esque, but Japanese flavored game. Friggin' yeah. Wait, I'm still #1 bits. I thought it reset every stream. No. It's I believe it's every month is when it resets. Also, hello, good morning, welcome to my stream. Hail and well met. I think that was just but let's see. Grot might not be able to see us for 30 seconds, but maybe not. Maybe he'll miss the ad. I don't know how that works. Yep, although they're monetizing the game through cosmetics, they have a gacha for certain cosmetics. Yeah. What are we doing? What are you doing? Is the real question. No, I think we're gonna do a quick debrief of yesterday. Probably then talk about what we're doing for the D&D thing. And then working on armies probably is the order of operations. We could also finish the timer thing we were working on, but I feel like I'll probably just do that in my spare time because I guess it depends on where we're at. If we're have a little bit of time or a lot, or like a lot or a little bit of time. I don't know if I call games that use gacha for cosmetics gacha games. I mean, if we did, then Counter-Strike would be a gacha game. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess the gacha is typically with an anime aesthetic. Like, yeah, you wouldn't call like Overwatch or Counter-Strike, or although Overwatch is slightly anime-esque. Yeah, I like how Tuna used the same example I did before I even saw it. I'm playing OG StarCraft with my cousin. Yeah, because it's autumn break. Nice. Watching a stream on my phone on a train. It's bugging. Oh no. Sup, Anonymous? Yo, dude. Welcome on in, guys. We got a big crowd today. Right off the bat. Also watched a stream with Nazaki from yesterday. Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, it went well. The class part I think went well. Hopefully I didn't yap too much. But I guess that was kind of the point, to share my like insights and stuff. It's probably a lot of stuff most of you know already from me just yapping normally, but hopefully other people found it insightful. I don't think like the stream as a whole was it's not like it was super beneficial for me like follower wise. Maybe people went to like, actually I don't even know, let's look at YouTube. I don't think many people ventured to find me. No, pretty much not. But your yapping is why we're here every stream. Yeah, I guess that's fair. You did great. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, I felt good coming out of it, you know. Yeah, I don't know if it was like, you know, I didn't get any followers or anything, but I did have fun, and I thought collabing with Nez was a lot of fun. I think we did good, you know. It was a fun stream to do together. Made a stronger connection at the very least. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, right? Like, I think it was cool hanging out with Nez, and I would like to do more collabing with her in the future, if possible. I think she had fun playing the game. I mean, I would assume she did, seeing as she went like an hour and a half over her scheduled time. So yeah. But yeah, the class I think was cool. Yeah, I mean, it was just like random points that I had, you know, I've discovered over the years, but damn, I missed it. There is a VOD, but yeah, it was just like a little, like, you know, just kind of the little, you know, tidbits I've picked up. And then the playtest of the game, kind of funny how every time I have to go, you do a play test. So I still haven't seen you play the game. Honestly, I'm planning on doing more play tests. Probably, honestly, coming up soon. I need to reach out to a bunch of people and see if they want to do play tests, because yeah, I think that would be a good time. Yeah, and honestly, so there's a few things that this collab was good for, besides just, you know, being fun and hanging out with a friend. Is that one, it kind of showed how well the video worked. Even though, like, I don't even know if she was almost like distracted by the how nice the video looked, which I thought was kind of funny. But I think she picked up the game really quickly, which was good. And she's experienced with trading card games. But yo, Tebow, thank you for the. Why is there no sound?
Hey Shibo, just subscribe.
There was.
Already? Dang.
It's just quiet. 3 months. Heck yeah. Oh wait, you got the new beetle. You got the 3-month beetle. You got 2 horns now. Congrats. But yeah, the what was it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, it showed how well the video worked because she kind of just like picked it up really easily. She does play, you know, those kind of games, I'm pretty sure. But she definitely picked it up quickly, which was a good sign for the video, right? Of course I was there to explain it as well, but like I think it went well. The other thing is that I do think the horns are a 3-month subscribe thing. Have y'all gifted me 3 whole months of subs? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the video is an amazing explanation. Thank you. Yeah, I think it worked. So that worked out really well. That's exciting. Also, I think the pre-built decks is I think it is a good move. Because I think it instantly gets people to see how the combos can work in the game. And that I think is a good attractor to get people to play the game. I think arguably like the way the game originally is played with like the whole deck and you kind of have random, like it's a random chance. I think probably has more replayability because you kind of never know what you're going to get. You kind of have to make that work, which is maybe like a challenge mode. But I think the pre-built decks are probably a lot better for new players because they get to see all those interactions. As I played the game solo with all cards, which made it feel very luck based. I think sort of. Once you know, I think once you know how to play the game, it feels less luck based. But but yeah, I think there is definitely a lot. Like there, I mean, obviously there's a lot of luck, but oh hell yeah. Sup 2, how you doing, dude? The tutorator has arrived. I agree with what you said, but I think the original versions should still be the main game mode. I guess we'll have to see, honestly. I think it's gonna be a bunch of playing around to see how it goes. And pre-built decks should be a learning thing. Yeah, I mean, kinda, right? We'll see. We're gonna have to keep playtesting and see what feels best and what people like best. But yeah, I think the biggest problem with the pre-built decks is that I think it lowers replayability, although it does make it so there is a lot more opportunity for deck building, and maybe that's where the fun comes from. But of course, that means then there has to be a lot more cards and stuff. Yeah, pre-made is like tutorial mode in a sense, allowing everything else to make the game feel so expensive. Yeah, exactly. I think yeah, I agree. Yeah, so you're probably right, Dingus. How's it going, y'all? Hi Dingus, hi Tebow and Anonymous. And deck building has already been discussed. Yeah, ad nauseum. Let me actually open this up because I want to actually talk about how the game ended, which I thought was really cool. This is just kind of to expansive, but yeah, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I read expensive, but I think I read expansive in my brain, but said expensive out loud. I think I got on the wrong train. This is a slower one. Hug. No. Can we open the game from last time? Look at auto saves. Maybe this one? Okay, yeah. I want to go over this because I thought it was a really cool way that the game ended. We'll show on the AAE display because we can, and we don't use it that often. This is the end game state of the board. I was playing as God of Magic. She was playing as Harvest. I think the balance change to Harvest was a good change. Where it's now half the number of both players rather than the full number. Yo, DDP, welcome on in. Hello. Do I like the units under the cards? Yeah, Nez decided to do that. I said you could do whatever you want, but she decided to do under. Honestly, under or over probably is better. I'm just so used to this now. But yeah, it's probably better, to be fair. I'm just not used to it. But yeah, the cool part was, Pyromancer is probably gonna need to be reworked. We're gonna have to think about that. But we'll see. Because Pyromancer felt weird, and maybe it just wasn't the correct situation to get a Pyromancer, but either way, the fun thing is I had killed everything that there was, everything I could, and that was the end of my turn, and it was her turn. These weren't here. This is what would spawn when the Chaos Worm dies, right? I wonder what it would be best way to organize units IRL. Usually I put them on top of the actual cards, just because, like, on top of the card art with tokens, just because, or with poker chips, because it's just easier. I should play the game more now, I guess. Dedicate a lot of the newer cards. Yeah, me neither. There's a lot going on with it. But yeah, the cool part was it was her turn. I killed everything I could. We had these two cards left. She had 3 heroes. She basically played the archer and I think another land. And I was like, oh, we got this. You have 3 attacks, right? Or 4 potentially if you use your archer's ability to attack 2 targets at once. But the problem is like, if you attack one of these things, right? You kill this, which then spawns these 3 guys. Thankfully, there was a stack, which I don't know if it helped or didn't help, but then, so that was 1 turtle, right? The other turtle attacks. And then this guy dies. Which leaves 1 minion, this, and the old god. In theory, this guy can kill the old god and the wasteland at the same time, which is kind of fun. But there's a minion in the way. If the minion doesn't die, you can't kill the old god and this at the same time. And she doesn't have any more attacks she can do. So what I did is the graveyard allows you to pull a card from your deck. You remove 4 units from any number of cards. So I removed 4 units, drew a card from my discard pile, then used my Spellblade because you can discard a card to make an attack, and abilities can be used at any point. So I discarded a card, and then the Spellblade attacked here. So I had no cards in my hand, so I had to use. Yeah, I didn't have any cards, so I had to use Graveyard to pull a card, to then use Spellblade. And then she could finish out the game with the Archer. So it was a really, really cool way to end the game. I didn't think of like a lot of these interactions, but it ended up being really, really fun. Poker chips are huge, so I guess you made physical editions. You want smaller tokens. Oh, I can actually show you. I bought these little guys. They're like little tiny chips. And they fit perfectly in my little case, but yeah, they're just little tiny, like the small poker chips, right? My kitten wants to play with them. Don't you, little Smith? Although I do think normal size poker chips are fine too, because they stack, right? So it's like they'll just stack on top of the card. They basically, a poker chip pretty much fits perfectly on the top of the art. So couldn't you have just used Spellblade's ability to kill me? Yeah. So I didn't have literally no cards. So I had to use Graveyard to pull a card to then attack with Spellblade, which was pretty cool. Hey, what are you doing? Knocking stuff off my my thing. This is some Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime type stuff. And then I activate my trap card. Those are exactly what I was thinking of. I don't know where I got them from, but I have a ton. Yeah, I just got some off of like Amazon or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty cool because they actually fit right in my my case. The only thing I had to do was cut the little hanging tab off, and they fit perfectly in my case, so I can actually just bring this around without having to carry like a heavy tin of poker chips. Little Luna. Yeah, so yeah, so it was really fun, and the game was just like a pretty balanced game, which felt good. We definitely, well, I don't know, how many cards did we lose? I mean, it doesn't really matter how many cards I lost because I discarded like 50% of them. I think I only lost like 2, really. I think I lost a Pyromancer, which basically just murdered themselves. And then a Mage's Tower actually died, unfortunately. Oh, and my Monk died. So I lost 3 cards. She lost 4? Well, no, 2. 2. No, she discarded one of these. So she really only lost 1 card, but I kind of protected her a lot because I had Mage's Shield and stuff. So I don't know. It was good. We were probably a little bit overpowered, but I think it was good. It was a good game. She seemed to have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. So overall, I think it was good collaboration. It'd be cool to work on stuff with her again. Maybe do another playtest, or potentially just like, I don't know what she'd be down for, but it'd be cool to do more I don't know, like TCG design stuff. But wish I clipped the epic anime moment would be a banger YouTube short. Like me just explaining that, or at the end of during the I feel like it wasn't as fast paced during the end of the game. I was like, no, you got this. She was like, I don't know if I can actually kill him. I'm like, no, you got this. I see it. I see the vision. How many turns did it take? I honestly don't remember, but we can kind of find out. 12 divided by 3, what, 4? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 4 turns. You have the VOD, right? Yeah, I do have the VOD. So yeah. Yo, Runner Bean. I don't know what that inflection on the voice was, but yeah, thank you all for showing up for that. That was cool that you guys popped in. I very much appreciate it. One of the other things I think that the collaboration did make me like continue to realize is that I do need to find more ways to make watching the game more fun. Because if I don't, I think I feel like she lost like half her viewership while we were playing the game, to be fair. So like, cause she's normally around 20. I think she was around 9 by the time we were done with the game. And I'm like, yeah, maybe this isn't like her target, like her audience's like normal thing that they're watching. So it probably lowers the stuff. But watching someone play a board game, I think can be kind of like boring sometimes. Obviously, like, you guys are here, so you guys know what's going on more, but I think we need to find more ways to make it more interesting to watch. So anyway, ooh, they actually added the reply to thing on Stream Ninja. That's super useful. So you're like, it's like you're telling the tale to your grandkids. Yeah, actually, oh wait, both an actual moment with your narration and edited back with echo. That would be cool, actually. I might actually do that. It's also cool that we can, I might try to take shorts from that and make the, what's it called? Like from the class part. I probably should just like steal all that. I'll probably make sure that she's okay with that, but I really would like to make a bunch of shorts out of that. Grot, says Bean. Stationary tuber 63. That's a good one. Beats is my dad. Yeah, we'd confirm that on Toots's stream that I am Bean's dad somehow. And then Chu is his mom. I'm imagining cartoon people with wobbly arms. Wait, for what? I'm confused what that is into reference to, but it's probably something I said, and now I'm super far behind, and I don't know what you're talking about. Confirmed Nail B is Bean's dad, indeed. Holy beep. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, stationary tuber. Oh, you guys haven't seen each other in a while, have you? Wait, Grot is here. Yeah, Grot's here. Welcome back, Lord Bean, indeed. I'm the most dingus you'll ever mortimize. Mortimized? I was about to say mortimized. Mortimized sounds cooler, I think. Go back a little bit. What a warm welcome. Yes, indeed. Everyone, we like everyone here. Everyone here is cool. How are you, old friend? I like that. It's been a long time since I've seen that name. Dingus, son of Mortimus, indeed. Everyone's freaking out. I love it. The family tree of tubers and root vegetables, indeed. I'm a descendant of 50 generations later that disgraced the family name by rebelling against tradition. Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm catching up. Yep, root vegetables, Mortimus from the genus Dingus. Yummy. Believable. True and accurate and correct. I wish we could all group hug. That would be pretty cute. You're the coolest. I don't know if that was to me or to everyone else, but let's just say everyone. Everyone's the coolest. Yo, Thunder. Thunder. Morning, guys and girls. How the heck's how the heck is everyone doing? Everyone get kicked off the vegan channel for a vegan fight today. What are you even saying? Edmund. Meet and greet when? That's a great question. Not at TwitchCon, apparently. Honestly, I'd probably be better off going to TwitchCon EU at this point, though, because I feel like more of you are in EU than America. Me and Toots will hop on a plane and go hang out with all y'all. Well, I guess Thunder would have to hop on a plane too. Bean and I were talking about missing you the other day, Thunder. It was true. I was lurking, and I think I saw it. Every time I group hug, I break at least one person's back. Sounds like a good time. Toots and I just fangirl over Thunder behind his back. There you go. It's true. Consider me interested. There you go. Exactly. Oh my, you got me blushing. You guys are cute. Okay. Anyway, we talked about the collab. Hopefully we'll do more in the future. Honestly, I want to start doing more playtesting too. Speaking of playtesting, we should do one. I know we've been talking about that for a while. And Bean as well. I know we honestly pretty much any you I'd be cool with doing a playtest with. I know I talk about not doing. I like to have a barrier, not a. It sounds weird. I like to have like to make sure I don't like. I've talked about this enough, but like, you know, I feel weird having viewers sometimes, you know, on stream. So it kind of depends. I know some of you don't even want to hear your voice anyway on stream, in general, but I've seen it happen where people just are bad on other people's streams from personal experience, but you know, no, barrier is the correct word. Yeah, it feels like a ruder term than I want it to be, but barrier is basically the correct word. Yes, please. Cutest community on the internet, indeed. You guys rock too. I wish internet people lived closer. I'd hitchhike to meetups. There you go. You don't want to hear British on American channel. I missed. Just been faxed, indeed. Thunder, come pick you up. There you go. I was aiming for a bit, return with happen in chat. Yeah, we're just popping off. We're just saying. Oh yeah, Anonymous too. Yeah, we can definitely do one. I know you were talking about doing some cool collaboration stuff, so be cool to see that. You do want a barrier between viewers and the stuff on stream. It's a healthy decision. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I have plenty of I have a pretty bad Dutch accent. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like now I understand what Beam was saying. Sorry, my brain is not fully functioning yet. The hurricane of love. That's basically, yeah, that's actually the perfect description of that. Why is it me that always breaks them? It's because you're British. I'm just kidding. There's that has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to say it. I'm sorry, Bean. I think it's because I don't know. There's really no reason. There's no reason why. Bean. It's because I don't know. I was trying to think of something funny to say and I couldn't. But yeah, polygamous bromance. True. It's exactly my original. But yeah. I'm sorry, Bean. Maybe it's just I'm too flustered around you, Bean. Anyway, let's what are we doing? What are we doing today? Where are we? Who are we? What are we? When are we? Why are we? But dad. Yeah, now it's weird. Bean is just too cool to be normal around. That's probably about right. I also get flustered around Bean sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Everyone loves a good, thick Canadian accent. Oi, bud. Hey, oi, bud there. And I can't. I feel like I'm doing more a Minnesotan. Although, like, what's the difference, really? What you on about it there, eh? Never been around Bean. Been around Bean? Bean around Bean? Oh, God. Nope. That might be one of the nicest things you've ever said to me. Honestly, it's a good thing to. I like that quote. Being just too cool to be normal around. We do sound like Minnesotans from what I've heard. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a pretty close because it's pretty close to Canada, which feels like it would be a good band name. Close to Canada. How do we feel about that one? I'm too far away. All right, what are we doing? Let me, I mean, we're obviously yapping, but we do need to actually yap about some other stuff. I wanted to show that off real quick though, because I think that turned out pretty cool. It was a cool ending to the game. Let me do this first. I really probably need to stop just popping open random tabs on the internet and showing my entire Google Drive. Not that I think there's anything. I knew that was coming. Not there's anything bad per se or like doxing on my Google Drive homepage, but it would be better to not, you know? It's probably safer. I will do that in half a second, Toot. You can feel free to bug me for the next 3 minutes to do it. I just want to open a blank page here. Here, you know what? Just for you guys, you get a full on close up of the workout. Here we go. Am I in frame? Man. We did it. Oh, it was Bean who actually redeemed it. I was expecting Toot to. Oh, hi. Bye. Oops. Why do I have this open over here? What did I do? How did I do that? I grabbed the wrong thing. I'm sick of this shit. Wait. Oh God, how did I miss so much already? How did I miss so much? I feel like I was gone for a fourth of a second doing push-ups. I did those so quickly. On ISS right now. Got the sniffles. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why. I feel like I honestly get the like allergies around the season because it's like all the leaves on the ground cause like a lot of mold, and I think that's what I'm allergic to. Beats. So after all, the game jam is in December. Yes. We should talk about that real quick. If you want to do the game jam, it will be December 5th through the 19th. We will be making card games and board games and tabletop games. Oh my. So please join that if you feel whatever. We'll have more information to follow, but we will be doing it in December. Thanks for saving me coin. Bean is it's being this time instead too. Yeah, I know, right? Like it's always two usually. Although DDP sometimes does it to save Toot some money, you know. Work through the slobber. Oh my god, the drama. What drama? Or is there? I'm lost. I'm lost on the drama. I know it's being breaking me again, but I actually don't know what don't know what drama you're talking about. Oh, the TwitchCon stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Or am I behind on that? Because I did mention that, but holy heck, we only get this because of Bean did it. Oh, right. Lunatic of the shit, indeed. Can't even do one push-up. Honestly, I've gotten way faster at those. I'm so far behind. I'm going to keep realizing that there's... Oh, realizing there's a timer on. Yeah. No, I can't. There's a cooldown on the push-ups. I could have done it like one push-up is like a certain amount of money, but yeah, I don't want to die on stream personally. It's not on the same train taking so long. No, chat is running full power today. It really is. Fish act. Where's the time dilation machine? Where did I miss that? Oh, there. Never mind. I get it. Sorry. Add it to my calendar. Heck yeah. That's my impatient ass. Can't wait for the game jam. Yeah, sorry. Honestly, it's gonna be better off though, because I'm gonna be able to take some time to promote the game jam, and hopefully we can get some new friends on the server. So I think that will be ideal. Hopefully won't decide to publicly execute me during those days. I don't know. Collage. I believe in you. I guess it might. Well, I don't know if you guys get like Christmas break like we do in America, but ban everyone who doesn't get first place and start fresh. I'm prepared to use my mod powers for good. Okay, there you go. 10-minute. I keep missing like every other response. 10 more minutes. The drama is that Bean did a redeem for you and you said it was me. Oh, gotcha. Now I understand. Purge the beast. Gets we still have the option to waterboard him. True. You're not wrong. I'm figuring out the system where I can use to show time dilation of a point where you can start to point B and travel, free travel. It requires lots of math. That sounds kind of like a lot of math. I do get a Christmas break, but I'll probably go visit relatives at Christmas. So it kind of overlaps. Yeah, I wasn't honestly sure whether it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing that's closer to Christmas, right? Because if you have time off, you can, you know, you can obviously work on stuff more. But if you don't, then, you know, or if you're visiting family, then it kind of doesn't help. But I think regardless, you guys are going to be able to have a play testable game if you can manage to at least just work the weekends. Point A where you start, point B where you travel. Sorry, I needed punctuation. Yeah, I was kind of rambling there, wasn't I? You could move everything outside of Twitch servers at close to light speed. So in that perspective to us, limited inside the Twitch server. Okay, I know what you're saying, but I can't read that and make sense of it. Like, I can make sense of it, but I can't. My dyslexic brain can't read that much of a paragraph right now. I know what you're talking about, though. Christmas break in December 20th till July 4th. Gotcha. What if I started? I was gonna say, you talk to Dingus and he'll talk to you about nerd math stuff for forever. Okay. We need to talk about the D&D one shot. I can't even type the word one. It does help not hurt. It does not help that my hands were on the wrong keys. Luna's not there. This also is like too close now. We can make our text bigger. Okay, so the other one that, well, is technically tied for first place, but I'm going with the D&D one shot because the make a game on stream is too similar to a game jam, in my opinion, to do both of them in a short period of time. We'll probably do the we make a game on stream you know, at a later time, like maybe next goal, but never do with Ira something else. This is chat does D&D. Maybe I should write that instead. This was the second place winner for the whole game jam thing. So yeah, I heard I was like, yeah, this is different. This is a different thing. You can move at 99.6% the speed of light for 2 minutes in order to run the timer 30 minutes of push-ups. But that's only relatively. It would only just be slower for you, right? You'd see the push-ups in slow motion, or am I crazy in thinking that? Okay, right, which means I have to leave for a bit. Maybe back in an hour or so. All right, Tebow, appreciate you being here. We'll see you later, hopefully. My education requires math, so I kind of do more of physics, nerd specifically. There you go. I gotta go too. See ya. All right, Bean, I appreciate you being here as well, as always. I will see you when I see you, you know? Meow. Luna says bye. You went meow. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get over here. Come here. Why she gotta run away like that, you know? Say bye, Luna. I'm trying to simplify Minkowski's matrix so it would be usable for space travel. A TTRPG have Brew in the back of my mind. That's pretty cool. Lubina. No, we're moving everything which isn't Twitch at a higher speed. Ah, okay, I gotcha. Okay, so we got to talk about this. So the idea is that chat will be able to control some sort of character to go through a D&D-like experience. Cool idea, but how are you going to not being in absence of gravitation? Honestly, I don't even know what the Minowski's Matrix is, so unfortunately I can't really weigh in, but I guess I could look it up. But gonna type poll so fast. So here's the thing. I think polls are an option, right? Redeems are another option, or commands. Like those are the three options. Those are the three options for like interactions. But I also don't like, personally, I don't want to be like a you can combine these, you know. Yeah, for sure. This month I only get like 1K. Doesn't seem right. Because in theory, you should gain on how many channel points per hour on Twitch. I guess no, AI is hallucinating. Is it? Is calling them dollars? $10 points every 5 minutes, which is 120 an hour. Times, yeah, I guess 3 times. Yeah, you're right. Or sorry, 100. Yeah, times 3. Yeah, it's about 1,000 per week. Yeah, you're right. Unless you're subbed, which you get more, but there's also the little box thing that you can click on that gives you more, but or if you participate in raids and stuff like that, that also gives you more coins. Only for time trial if you're not going to add a planet velocity and found out that it's way too hard for maths. There you go. Just came back after a call. Would we be controlling the character collectively? Because that would be chaotically fun. I think it's going to be something like that. Here's the thing. Ideally, I would like it to not be a choose your own adventure. Like a book, right? I don't want to be like, all right, you come upon the thing. Your options are attack the zombie or run away, or, you know, like I don't want it to be that, right? It might end up being like that, but I don't know, right? I mean, I'm probably going to be making up a lot of it, which means it won't be like perfectly linear like that, and you won't always end up in the same thing, but I do want to give you some like agency to be able to do that, you know. I feel like chat D&D will play a lot like Everyone is John. I will have to look that one up. I've heard of it, I just can't remember. I can't remember how it works. I will look it up. What if you make the character have zombie hand syndrome whenever it's called, when all the limbs, like phantom limbs or whatever, you narrate the character, but we're making him do everything, so he's just reacting to everything. I've seen a game, there is a game where okay, I think I'm reading Everyone is John. It's similar to this, where yeah, there's multiple personalities in one person's brain where they basically control different aspects of a person. I've seen a horror game like that, I think, where like there's different personalities controlling a person, and then like you can certain aspects of your personality can like break and like you can lose your mind. So that was interesting, but yeah. We'll have to see. I feel like it probably will end up being that way, where it's like it ends up just being y'all making like collective decisions. But I also don't want the polls and stuff like getting in the way of the pacing of it. I think it's my biggest problem. Is one of the most misrepresented conditions in media, probably along with psychotherapy. Yeah. No, that's very true. There's definitely a lot of like people who are just, you know, don't do the research when they when they do that kind of stuff, but I can't remember how well it was represented in the game itself, but the concept was at least interesting. I don't know if they specifically called it like, you know, multiple personality disorder or what they called it, but you know, they were I can't remember. It's been a while since I heard of the game, but it was the game itself was interesting. Can't remember how well justice it did to actual psychological disorders or conditions rather. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but interesting. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, ideally it's not a choose your own adventure. It probably will end up being something like that though, because at a certain point, you know, it's just gonna have to be like me giving you options, or alternatively, I just look at chat and whoever's saying like the most interesting thing you do, you know. But I don't know. We're kind of small enough that it kind of could go either way. But hopefully because it's an event, we can kind of make time for it and probably put it on like a weekend, and hopefully everyone can kind of show up. So there is the decision to make whether it's one player character or two, or like multiple. I guess I should put player in here. Like you could be controlling I guess like maybe like there could be a party of player characters. I think that's going to get more complicated. One, exactly. Honestly, I think that's like honestly one of the ways we could do it, even because a lot of time people, rather than polling their chat, they'll say like one or two for whatever option. But I think it's probably going to be more fun to do probably going to be more fun to do one character and less complicated, right? But yeah, one player. No, I know what you're saying, but I agree. It's one player is probably going to be better. The other idea, which I don't necessarily want to do because I don't have it fully done, and I would have to make like an entire game. But I did want to make a game system where chat kind of controls the game and then the players go through it. Like that could be the other option where you're kind of the DM ish, right? And you're controlling the game, and we have a party of people going through. That could be the other option. but I don't know exactly how we would do that. So, especially without like a sort of barrier to like, you know, I don't know, chat spawns like a bear or something, right? 627 6,272 Bitcoin left till little guy redeem. Indeed. Heck yeah. I believe in you. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it. I probably shouldn't overthink it. Otherwise we're gonna be doing this in like months from now, and I kind of would just like to do it. So maybe honestly, I'll probably just take one of my existing missions from one of my campaigns, and we're definitely in it. Oh no, we actually have 2 minutes. We're good. I'll blow my nose. I'll probably take one of my existing campaign missions and we'll kind of repurpose it for this, so I don't have to like do too much writing or anything. But why does Twitch keep recommending a bunch of League of Legends streams? Good question. Have you watched any League of Legends streams? Or have you watched anyone who plays League of Legends? Because sometimes we'll do that. Use heroes for AAE characters as art, or art as a. You should. Actually, technically, the sentence was written incorrectly. That's why my brain couldn't. I get what you're saying. Heroes as AAE characters in the game. Characters as AAE heroes in the game. But yeah, that could actually be done that way. I mean, we could do. Yeah, honestly, I gotta watch some people who have done this sort of thing before and see how it goes. I don't watch or play LOL. I watch Arcane, and that's really like it, but have no interest in LOL. Yeah, that's fair. LOL's a good game, honestly, but it takes too much investment for me to want to play it more, and it's too competitive. So, is Anonymous live? Maybe. I wouldn't be totally surprised. Yeah, I like more typos. I make more typos in this chat than the history of my life. No, you're good, dude. I just also can't read, so it's a tricky combo. We're about to hit an ad. I don't really have too many ideas for this, but yeah, I'm gonna write that down. AAE art as characters, settings, etc. We'll see. I feel like it'll go off the rails pretty quickly, but we'll see. Okay, I am going to take a 3-minute break, and then we will maybe move toward some AAE stuff. We'll see. We've been just trying to figure some of the stuff out. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. In the meantime, enjoy this video, and then we'll have an hour of ad-free viewing.
What's up? I'm Beats. Making a survival horror themed board
That's a
game
good one.
in an
Honestly,
hour
I think this
is
might be
quite
my
the
favorite
challenge.
devlog.
Especially because, unlike in a video game, you
It's
can't
not
really
even
rely on
going on my
immersion
channel.
to scare you. No creepy sounds, no moody
I'll just
environments,
repost
no
it.
jump
Yeah,
scares.
you're back.
I could do scary artwork, but I don't really have time. And even if I did, when was the last time you were actually scared from a board game? And no, Ouija boards don't count. Ouija board? Luigi board? You know, whatever. Anyway, this is my art. It's really bad. I'm sorry. So all I'm really left with to provide a horror theme is the mechanics. And because I didn't have time to come up with a new mechanic, I decided to use one from the scariest game I know, Battleship. Okay, hear me out. Battleship has what is effectively a stealth mechanic, which can help build suspense. So the final result is a blind asymmetrical PvP game where one player is the monster and the other player is just a little guy, you know? Both players roll dice to move around the grid, reporting their location at the end of each round. If the monster ends up sharing the same location as the other player, the monster kills him and wins the game. The other player must grab a key and bring it to the door to win. There's also power-ups to give an additional objective where it gives you a better dice. And lastly, to add some replayability, I added this mechanic from Codenames where the cards show you the placement of things on the grid. The 20-sided die, or D20, has been the staple of the role-playing game genre for almost as long as it's existed. Despite that, I decided I'm going to retire it from my game, in favor of using a D4, D6, D8, D10, and D12. Why is that? Well, in this devlog, I'm going to be talking in depth on this decision, and you can tell me whether I'm a crazy person or not. Hi, I'm Nathan, and this is my sci-fi deck builder role-playing game called Soul. Now, in order to talk about these changes, first I have to talk about the changes that were made to my core stat system. And the truth is, it's a pretty big change. Originally, the core stats in my game were strength, agility, endurance, and intelligence. These were fine, but I decided I wanted some more diversity in these stats. Because of that, they are now going to be strength, finesse, agility, willpower, intelligence, and charisma. There is also another factor for these changes. This reason being, the previous versions of the game, dice rolls were completely unaffected by a character's stat level, with few exceptions. But what do I mean by that? Well, for the uninitiated, a player at a role-playing game, when they want to perform an action, will typically roll a dice. After rolling that dice, they will add a relevant modifier to that roll. These are typically listed on a character's character sheet and relating to a player's core stats. Then, this number would be compared to a specified number to judge the results. If the player beats the specified number, they succeed, and if it's lower, then they fail. Soul didn't have this, meaning if a character wanted to do something, their stats would typically have no direct bearing on the results. This was unfortunate because it hindered any character diversity. No character was better or worse at performing actions than another. This was partly by design with our trait system, which I go into in a previous video, which you can check out here if you're curious. In brief summary, these were cards that gave bonuses based on your stat level. The higher your stats, the better bonuses you had access to. Well, some traits gave you bonuses that you could add to your roll, like success rates for performing a ranged attack. These bonuses generally were very specific and mutually exclusive to other more powerful traits that added utility to your character instead. If you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, this is similar to the optional feat rule with ability score improvement.
In a way,
essentially, you can either gain a stat bonus or a new ability. I don't know about you, but I've always found it somewhat unfun, as the feat usually was always cooler and gave you something new to your character. Well, the stat bonus was generally much better, but entirely less interesting. But what's my point? Well, calm down, I'm getting to it. My point is that I still want to have a trait system for interesting character improvement.
Oh,
the 20-sided die, or D20, has been the staple.
Okay. Hey, don't scratch my carpet. Oh, man. Okay. Can't believe Past Beats insulted your art in a devlog. You should apologize to you. Oh, for the... Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It was just, like, extremely fast. I mean, I had to make it in, 10 minutes or something stupid, you know? So, it was extremely fast. I had some stupid work. You're good, dude. No worries at all. We can also develop it as we make our way up to it. The D&D thing. Yeah, honestly, I just don't want it to take too long. I mean, I guess we could just play and then kind of see what happens. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then we can know what to do next time. Because it probably won't be perfect regardless, but we'll probably want to have some plan. Yeah, if you guys have any sort of like reference, I can't remember if it was you, Tuna, or someone else who referenced like Doug's D&D stuff. We probably should I need some like references to take a look at to like try and see what we can do. It was me. Okay, good. My memory has not failed me yet. Had to do my job. Sorry, I had to do your work. But yeah, if you have any like things like that, there's multiple videos where with that sort of premise. Yeah, I'll have to like watch those and see what I think. See if we can take any ideas from it. But if you ever have any ideas for this stuff, either throw in the Discord or let me know when I'm streaming, and we'll kind of do that. Maybe I should aim for trying to decide how soon I should do this. Part of me is like, it'd be cool to do on Halloween, but that feels like too close to do something I am not prepared for. And I don't know if I'm streaming on Halloween or if I'm doing family stuff, so who knows. Okay, let's I don't think I have any more thoughts on this than just this right now, but I'd really rather not do polls because I feel like it's gonna take forever. So getting redeems and commands set up might be the best way to do it. Probably commands, honestly, because I'd rather not force you guys to spend your hard-earned Bitcoin on the thing, even if it is like one coin, you know. It feels like it's still, you know, you could spend a ton over a course of a thing. It'd only be like probably like, you know, a set amount, but I don't know. Those who save their Bitcoin would have an advantage for sure. Yeah. Pretty sure Dark makes his code public, so if you wanted to just yank it and just do your own take on it, it would be cool. Yeah, I'll have to take a look. I don't know anything about coding, so I feel like if I had to tweak anything, it would be difficult, but yeah. Here, look at all our little guys in the pile. A pile of little guys, you know? Ooh, that's my neck. Okay, what do we... Who here doesn't have a little guy? Grot? And just Grot, I think. His DDP is the mouse with the wizard hat. Thunder is the thunder chicken, obviously. Tuna's the little alien guy with the hat. Toot is the toot. Maximus is the one with the helmet. Bean is the bean. Grot is gotta be sick based on his profile picture. And Fig has 2. Yeah. They're not 100% in the little guy style, but they are cute. And they're there, you know? So it's not officially a little guy. I feel like if I did a little guy of Fig, it would be... What's it called? Like actually a fig, like the fruit. And yeah, Dingus is Maximus. So yeah. Sorry, wait, Han. Grot might be watching Anonymous. You never know. I got 4K to donate to Dingus if you want to facilitate that for us. I mean, we could. Someone really needs whatever. Oh, Grot. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Not Grot. We could facilitate a point trade. That would be cute. Without providing context, my pickle is huge, dude. I saw that. Cool. I don't know where Grot is, though. Anyway, let's I don't know, what do we want to do? Do we want to do some what's it called? More armies stuff, or we have like an idea for a card. My little brother is jealous of my little guy. He's begging me to request one for him, so maybe card suggestion redeem. So maybe no card suggestion redeem for me. Womp womp. Is your little brother here, Tuna? That's cute. What a good brother. Hi. Oh, hi. I haven't given Luna nearly enough attention lately. I've been so freaking busy. Look at her little fluff. Now she's just, oh, you got that little leggy in the air, huh? You showing off? Showing off with that little leggy? Yeah, we could do army stuff. We could make more beta cards. We do have an idea for another. The idea was actually to have two churches. One's the Church of the Radiant Dawn, and one's Church of the blank Dusk. The Dusk one's kind of like the like a darker version. Summoning circle. I summon Grot. Found Grot. He's only 10, but I showed him the little guy. He's absolutely loved it. He wants one of his generic Roblox avatar. There you go. That's cute. I made it before I casted it. There you go. Thunder was saying he wants to facilitate a points transfer with you, Grot. Oh. Or two might just be a rich beep. You know what I mean? I've just been lurking a bit. I don't know. I'm gonna see what y'all say. But yeah, we could do this, or we could finish the timer thing we worked on. We had like a Church of the, Church of the, I don't know what the blank is, but I'm guessing 2 has the money as well. So if that's the case, then if he does that, then we'll just do that instead. But if you want a little guy, I'm trying to donate my redeem, but Grot isn't acknowledging me. Yeah. Grot's too deep in the lurk. So yeah, we could do this, or we could do the timer. The timer really only has like the glitches left, I think, and then make like a 3-minute version. Wait, what? I haven't been really paying attention. Sorry, guys. 2 is, I believe, trying to donate a redeem to actually just give you a full-on little guy. I believe is the situation as well. I take it personally. It's true. Thunder was going to give you points, but I think Toot's got the full-on little guy experience, you know? So if you so take him up on it. I want everyone to have a little guy. It is kind of cute, isn't it? I kind of need to make myself a little guy. I know we have the Turnip King, but I kind of want to make like a beet or a beetle. So do I. Oh, I'll need to think a bit on what to do for the little guy. That's fair. You have the sub icon beetle technically. Yeah, I do. We could put him in the pile. The pile is getting awfully big though. But I also do want to just make a beat, but we'll do that. Looks like the beetle logo. Yeah, we got the here, hold on. Let's throw him. Okay, Luna left. We've got not armies against entropy. Streaming. Sub badges. We got these little guys, right? I could just have this little guy on there. There's or at least 2 months, the little guys, once you get just one stream. What? Every time we talk about I see Turnip King, I think of the game Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Yeah. You did make one. Why isn't it up there with us? Too good not to show. Yeah, well, it is the sub badges, so if you're subscribed, you have it next to your name, and there's like a bunch of yeah, there's one for each tier of sub. But I should probably put the basic one up there for me. I'll get in there. Let's do it. Image. Call it beats. Beat. I feel like, whatever. I was gonna say, the weird thing about OBS is it only lets you have one thing called something, because please don't hurt me. Please don't. No, please don't do it. Please don't hurt me. Little guy pile. Sorry, my kitten was gonna stab me with her claws. We may have to take a Luna break. I feel like he needs to be flipped and reversed. There we go. I feel like he should go on, or rearranging some things. I feel like I should, oh god. I feel like he should go down here. Gotta be at the bottom of the pile, just based on the shape, you know? The beats. I'm crushing Narzo now. Ghost is getting in the way of Tuna. Tuna is currently possessed by a ghost. Let's move the ghost over. Halloween! Woo! Mwah. Little guy, stabbed. Sweet Luna. Oh yeah, I was stabbed. Sweet Luna, I love you, but don't rip me apart, please. Wait, so two, Did I understand you right that you want to pay a little guy redeem for my little guy? That's exactly what he's saying, yeah. A kitten has inflicted at least 100 scars on my arm over this point. He loves playing with them. I saw under the ghost skirt. I'm traumatized. Or am I just very confused? No, you're right. You're right, Grot. Yeah, Grot. He's got you. He's got you covered, I believe. I summoned Toots. Damn, I'm late again. Fart noise, I'm summoned. Yes, like now. I've got Photoshop opened. If you have an idea for what you like, make the if you have an idea, look at that little guy pile. Okay. What in the okay. Anyway, I mean, okay, then I think a spider from Don't Starve in the blue, that's on my profile picture, would be the most iconic. I think that would work. We can do it. Don't Starve spider. Little like albino version. Is this your me? Or would you say That's funny. Yeah, it was close to saying DDP for sure. It's pronounced spider. The spider. No wonder Toots hasn't been spending his hard-earned points. I was like, I haven't worked out in a minute. It's cause he's saving all them points for the gang. God, it's raining out there. It's raining and cold. Yes, indeed. Well, you gonna do it, Toot? I received my Toot for free. Must repay the reward. Paying it forward. Well, there you go. Tuna's got you. Tuna is also paying it forward to you. Sorry, my OBS is all gunked up. Here, Luna, she's coming for me. Not. Yeah, this is. Nice. Push up time. Sit up time. Believe it or not, I think these the push up and sit up stuff is actually helping. Thank you, Tuna. Yeah, I think the first redeem I've done here, I've been stingy. So you're rolling in Bitcoin then, close to 15k. Heck yeah. I want to be stingy, but the bald redeem is so shiny. I want to see Jack Nailby. Oh, yes, brother. progress overload. Honestly, I think it is. At least I feel better about myself, you know? All right. The Grot Spider. I have accepted your points and shall start a spider. Open this. I was gonna say, I feel like I've opened it recently. We'll use this guy as reference as always. Grot. Delete all this stuff. Not that. I think my fan art for you is going to be done today, Nilby. Ooh. I'm so excited to give it to you. Heck yeah. I'm excited to receive it. Okay, how does one do, you know? Actually, I do want to see something. I'm trying to remember if I was smart when I was drawing Maximus's little guy, and if I saved this thing as like a template. Keep going to armies. Streaming. There's like a chance. Because I like how he's kind of like a neutral base. But no, I did not. Oh well. Lubna. I saw her. Yeah, she's running around here. She's actually going out the window now. We can. Oh, this camera's on. I forgot. There you are. Hello. Look at that fluffy tail. Look at all that fluff. Showing her butt. Neely, if you had to pick blue or orange, which would you say defines your brand more? Personally, I like blue as a color more, but I also think less people pick orange. So a lot of time I'll pick orange over blue. Like my text in Twitch, I believe, is orange. No, it's blue. So maybe it's blue. I guess blue. I like the color blue better, to be honest, but I suppose it's blue. But sometimes I will pick orange over blue just because I think it's more unique, but yeah, I'm more of a fan of blue if on its own. I like the color combination between orange and blue, but I would say I prefer blue as a color. The whole stream interface is orange, though. That is true. I guess that's maybe where I was getting at, because I was tempted, I think, to make it blue, but I decided to make it orange instead. It's kind of both. Whatever, honestly. It's like blue is kind of like the accent color, but I still prefer it, I would say. I don't know. It's kind of whatever. I love purple and yellow. Purple and yellow is also good. Honestly, since working on armies, I've really come to like teal and magenta, which are actually complementary colors. Doesn't seem like they would be, because like you don't really see them, because most people talk about like the primary complementary colors, right? But magenta and teal are kind of one of my new favorite. I don't think it would be my brand, but you know, I do like them. All right, so we're using our little guy as base. This is a sketch. This is a reminder to myself that this is a sketch, and I should be loose with it. You want a circle. We start with a circle. Now we have some options here. I feel like we have to do the little guy feet, like just keep him like this, right? Because if we don't, it's just gonna end up looking like the actual Don't Starve spider. I was tempted to do the legs, like the Don't Starve legs, unless we do like, unless we do extra legs. I do kind of like the idea. Prefer turquoise though. I like teal / turquoise. Yeah. I like the black and white because there's no question as to what color it is. All right, Toot's colorblind, right? Are you slightly colorblind? Actually, I do know that you are. I don't know why I asked it as a question. Oh, you just said it. I'm slightly blue colorblind. Blue what though? Usually it's like 2 colors, right? Blue green, blue what? Blue red? No, blue green I think is the one. I think most commonly people are what, red green colorblind, or is it blue green? Can't remember. Based on all the cones in your brain, you know? Cones? Rods? I don't know. It's blue-green. Okay, gotcha. Another combination I love. Okay, my OC is teal hair and magenta eyes. Yeah, teal and magenta is a cool color combo. Just fun. It's already good. Bye, Luna. We love you. Walk away slowly. It looks better with only the top teeth. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I can agree. Now I'm trying to decide if we... I guess it only has 6 legs, right? It doesn't have the full 8. So we could either do like little mandibles, like... Or not mandibles, but like little kind of floaty legs. Or we could do the legs down here. Or... I guess that's the idea. Really do the legs up here, or we could do the legs like extra feet. This is one or the other. We wouldn't do both. But what do you think, Grot? Mandibles looks better. Yeah, I guess it's not. It's sort of mandible. Yeah, I think like that. Something along those lines. I don't have many life applications where I need to distinguish different greens. Yeah, blue seems to create a lot of problems though. Well, I think the way it works is that you can distinguish greens, but you can't distinguish blues from greens, right? Isn't that how that works? Interrupt tells me red green color blindness is the most common. Yep, includes the 4 types, which is bad because of stoplights, but predominantly, I'm not going to try to read all those. Yellow blue color blindness, which is less common as 2 types. I'm not going to read them, but we know what you mean. just have to go for like 5 minutes to be upgraded. No worry, dude. I guess you're right. Yeah, I think that's how it works. I've seen like enough videos on it that like I feel like that's how it is. So you can still distinguish greens, but you can't distinguish blues from greens. But yeah, I guess green is a less common color in stuff, right? Like you don't really, blue is like a very common color to use for things to look pretty. You know, I honestly might be like the slightest bit blue-green colorblind. I'm not entirely certain though. Do we try to make him look fuzzy? Because so here's our reference, right? This is the plush, so it is fuzzy, right? But I guess the guy himself kind of has, he's got some little tufts. So maybe we give him a few little tufts. I think we don't try to make him look sketchy. We could try to make him look like the Don't Starve style, but I feel like if we go too far into it, we're basically just gonna, it's just gonna look like Don't Starve. And I'd rather kind of blend the style between mine and Don't Starve. Let's give him a little bit of fluff. Give him a little fuzz. Like, something about his shape feels off. I also like he's more circle. Like the spiders are not perfectly circular, but I kind of like that he's perfectly circular for this style. I feel like we're missing something though. I don't know what that is quite yet. Just realizing I'm gonna have a spider on my head. Oh no. Oh no. I guess maybe it is the shape. Maybe. We're gonna try something. You got no brain. That looks better. Looks more accurate to the style at least. Tuna's got a spider on his head. I get done. We're definitely gonna have to give her some attention. She is searching for it. Until okay, I'm back. How do you feel? How do you feel about this? As a sketch. Maybe a little fuzzier, but I think it's okay. Wilbur. Wilbur the Spider-Man. 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 I think it works. Hair seems a bit too jagged. Looks like he's just out of the shower. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, let me move this better. We'll clean it up in the final art. I think the sketch is good enough for me to move on. We'll make it a little less jagged in the final render here. Ten and a half hours until the game I was talking about comes out. Heck yeah. Yeah, for sure. I yeah, I agree. I'm trying to like figure out the difference or like the blend between the two styles, right? I don't want to just copy. Like I could copy Don't Starve, but I also don't want to fully do that. I'm gonna try to. I'm trying to find the in between. Hurting my eyes. I think part of it is the spikies kind of go this way. No, you're right. Let's start over. This. Hello? Why do you do that? I think the kind of like bottom fluffs look good. The top fluffs not look good. Maybe we can just kind of. I guess it goes this way. More like that. Couldn't sleep when the pre-download came out, so I hope I can this time. Every single dream I had was about pre-downloading the game. Dang, you're ready for it. It was hyped. That's better. Yeah. What game? Can't remember what it was called now. We'll have to share again. Really gonna refine this into something that looks a little bit better. Let's see what we come up with here. jacket then? Yeah, sure. You know, we may need to turn off smoothing to make this more how I want it. Maybe if they were like other legs, but this looks like Weber, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, that's kind of the... I mean, it's Don't Starve, right? I mean, obviously it's because it has feet, so it looks a little more like Weber, but I think that's okay. Hopefully. Hopefully that's fine. It's kind of like a mix between the styles, and I'm not going to get too lost in the sauce on it. The style has the little legs, right? The little guy style has the little legs, so also make it a sort of albino color. I think will make it stand out as its own thing. I think it's probably fine if it's its own thing too, because personally I think it would be cooler if it's a unique thing, right? Doesn't have to be identical. Mouth inside is red. Yeah. No, it's like a pink. Smoothing back on. But we don't want the smoothing at 1052%. You got Night Abyss, that's right. Bottom legs seem a bit too long. All right, we can fix that. Trying to decide if we do the circles around the eyes. I think that's gonna make it look too evil. I think we're just gonna go straight up red for the eyes here. Legs are too long. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Let's see. Let's hide this. No. There's some tweaking to be done for sure. One thing I think I want to do, honestly, move the... I think his face could be bigger. I honestly want to move all of this up. Maybe. think we need to get some color in here. I think the eyes are fine, black or white with black outline. Okay, yeah, we can do that. It does look more evil here. All right, but you want him to be... You want his base color to be white, or do you want it to be like kind of like that bluish white? What was your thought on that? Trying to consider them as white. Whether we want that or not. I feel like they're gonna look, maybe it'll work, but I think just doing black, honestly. Doing the wrong layer. Ah. Thank you. We'll save at least. A little too late on that one, but well, Grot said he liked them, one of them white or black. I feel like it just, honestly, it might just be that. I think that might look better. I also kind of, I think he said bluish with the white. So if he's still here. Not Grot, but I love this. There you go. Yeah, true. Ooh, it's looking good. I wonder if we do like a bluish white instead. I don't know. That's kind of like how the lighting is in the picture. +1 on bluish white. Okay. I'll allow the spider to take refuge on my head. With the little white. A little we have a cotton ball. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a little cotton ball boy. Yeah, I don't like I'm just gonna do it black. And then let's do some shading. Then he might be done, but we'll see. Might do a few little tweaks, but see what it looks like with shading. I've been doing blue and yellow shading for the most part. Clarion, but if it was red, I have better contrast. Maybe we'll try it again, but it just wasn't doing it for me. Oh, I'm doing a very bad job of putting things on different layers. I'll reference my other ones perhaps again. Okay, well, we do need the blush. That is a requirement. It technically isn't a requirement, but some of the characters don't have blush, but see how it looks. I don't think it's gonna work actually with all the eyes. Well, maybe it will. I don't know why I did bad. My head not doing adult writing today. Dude, I'm there all the time. I live there. That's where I live. I'd hug this fella if it jumped at me and a dimly lit cave. Good. That's what we need. That's so cute. He's looking pretty cute, for sure. Let's try the red eyes one more time. I'm kind of skeptical about it. This is excellent. Thank you, thank you. Well, let's try it, just for the giggles. I think the red's just gonna be too scary. Kind of like really depends on how well I fill these, because like eyes are very like, if you have one pixel off, it's gonna look probably darker red. That is better. I guys think it's best. Okay. Grot says goes. Okay, I have to do like a few tiny tweaks and then we're done. Just cleaning it up a smidge. Either way, welcome to the stack, Grod. You've gotten pretty good at making little guys. I have, haven't I? Oh, we're in an ad. All hail the internal stack. Let me take a break. The little guy TCG prophecy is slowly coming true. It really is. We have so many of them. Let me take a quick break, and then we'll finish this guy up. I think he's pretty close to done, if not done. But maybe just a few little tweaks, and then we'll call it a day on that, and then maybe move on to something else. So give me just a second. I'll be back. 2 minutes of ads at this point, and then another hour of ad-free, you know? So be right back.
Sup, I'm Beats. Making a
seen this
survival
one.
horror theme. The 20-sided
Probably
die,
about
or
2 minutes into
D20,
this one.
has been the you could add to your roll, like success rates for performing a ranged attack. These bonuses generally were very specific and mutually exclusive to other more powerful traits that added utility to your character instead. If you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, this is similar to the optional feat rule with ability score improvement. Essentially, you can either gain a stat bonus or new ability. I don't know about you, but I've always found it somewhat unfun, as the feat usually was always cooler and gave you something new to your character. Well, the stat bonus was generally much better, but entirely less interesting. But what's my point? Well, calm down, I'm getting to it. My point is that I still want to have a trait system for interesting character improvements, but I also want to have each roll a player makes be based on their core stats, without having to decide between one and the other. I want something much more like D&D's core stat mechanics, where a player can add modifiers to their dice. And because I want this sort of stat system, it also requires some more stats to make it feel more complete. Yes, it's true, other systems accomplish the same thing with even fewer stats, but I felt like the new stats helped to create a right balance I was looking for and remaining somewhat relevant to all characters. So let's talk about these new stats and what they actually mean and are associated with. Strength remains relatively the same, helping with actions related to physical prowess, such as melee attacks. The old agility's functions were split between the new agility and finesse. The new agility primarily relates to a character's speed, such as movement distance and evasion. This stat also will help with stuff like sneaking and stealth. Finesse, on the other hand, takes all of the range accuracy that agility used to have, along with expanding on that idea, allowing for any weapon or healing tool to be more accurate as well. This stat essentially being your ability to perform actions precisely. Willpower has 2 applications. It is both your capability to perform powerful abilities and your ability to resist taking damage. Basically, your force of will you exert on the universe. Intelligence is more or less the same as it was, generally relating to using abilities and healing power. This will likely also encompass as a character's sense as well, such as perception or awareness. Not sure it 100% fits, but not really sure where else this kind of skill would go. Anyway. And lastly, Charisma, which is a new concept for Soul, but one that I definitely think is needed. This will be used for persuasion-based abilities along with deception and performances. So I have my new stats, but how does that relate to the changes with dice? Well, part of Soul's design philosophy is to remove as much math as possible, helping to remove distractions and allowing for better roleplay and more interesting combat. So with this change, I'm doing just that, removing math. Like, adding. Which, yeah, it's simple, but why have it at all if you don't have to? Let's compare this to D&D again. A player, when performing an action, will roll a dice, then look through the character sheet and find all relevant modifiers to add to the roll. My thought is, rather than having these...
You do a little guy TCG per chat makes a game thing. That'd be good. Everyone pitches in rules for the little guy. That would be pretty cool. Luna's gone. I think this is done. We can move lighting a little bit. This is Grot. He's done. I say as I do one more tweak. All right, Grot, what do you think? You like him? Is he good? Meet your expectations. What color for the background? I think we do. Honestly, this. Not this. There we go. help me discover an error. Okay. Also not very centered on the thing here. Okay. File, export, PNG. Brought, save. And then save one without the background. Brought. Parent. My Twitch is breaking again, not giving me a black screen. That's so weird, dude. What browser are you using? I feel like it's got to be a browser-based thing. That's wild. That's crazy. Okay, Grot. Let's get you on the stack. Must be done. Oh, let's also let you have these as a thing. Of course, you guys ever want to like put them on a different background, something that's like more interesting, feel free, but I do make sure to send them to you guys as both the transparent one and the other one. Right, done. And then we need to put him in the stack. Cool guys. Add a image source. Image. Not grot. And then we put emotes, grot. I should add y'all to maybe we could do that today. I could add you all to 7TV so you could all have your own personal emotes. Grot's gonna be too big. So we're gonna have to I guess some of you are a little too tall, like too large. Like Tuna's a little bigger than. Honestly, everyone's been kind of growing a little bit. All right, hold on, this is gonna get trippy. Yeah, like all you guys up here are a little big. Comparatively. That was wild. It does not scale the way you would think it would scale. Tuna. Drop. Yeah, it's a little better. You still definitely get bigger as you go up, but it fits. It's fine. Whoa. Little guy looks so cute. Good. I'm glad you like it. I posted it in Discord if you want the image for your own nefarious purposes. Oh, it's not. Okay, you did change it. Yeah, if I click on your profile, it shows up. Very cute. Love it. Believe and rejoin, maybe that works. It probably won't show up on the chat on screen. I think it shows up on Twitch. I think it takes a minute for the social stream to work correctly. Okay. Well, now we have almost, I think probably everyone who's regular here has a thing. No, that's not true. We're missing some of our YouTube people, but you know, they're YouTube people, so they don't get points, unfortunately. Like unsatisfied and some of the Friday crowd, you know, because they're Tebow doesn't have one too. Yeah, that's a good point. We would see Adam up there, I'm sure. A cube version of yeah, Sean. Yeah. What's up, Tuna? Sorry you're forced to be on YouTube. Is it? Oh wait, I already asked you what browser it was. That's so weird. I'm sorry, dude. That's annoying. Okay, what are we doing? We finished that. We did a little guy. No Bitcoin for me. Yeah, I really want to. Should we test and see if this works again at all? I've tested it a billion times. I'm clearly doing something wrong. Point system. View leaderboard. Nope, still not working. Okay, well, we'll have to, I need to test something. I keep forgetting to test this. I want to see if 7TV emotes work on YouTube. I think the base ones work. Okay, see, that works. But I don't think like our custom ones work. Let's find out. What about we'll use the bean emote. Does this work? They did not fix that. Okay, I need to reach out to the thing and see why it doesn't work. Is it funny that how smallest of the little guys, the being being at the bottom bigger? Yeah, it's honestly, it does get bigger and bigger, and that was not intentional, but for some reason I keep doing that. But yeah, very unstable. Okay, so the global 7TV emotes work on YouTube, but not the custom ones. So we do want to fix that. I need to make a list. We're finally on a second page on my notebook here. So global or 7TV emotes. We also want the point system and Spotify doesn't work. And what's the thing called? I'm kind of just rambling here because there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to integrate. There's like an API thing, or what is it called? A web socket. Web socket doesn't work. Spamming the emotes so they float all over the screen is pretty fun here. Oh, does it do that? Does it do that on YouTube? Or are you talking about on Twitch? Oh, or are you talking about the like react button? Because I think I've turned that off so I don't see it reactions. But it might be better now. Before it was... Before it wasn't showing... I don't know. It was broken when I had it. Okay, now I see them. So the problem is what used to happen is this button was up here over, like it went over the text. But yeah, you can see it now. It used to be over the text, like the button was like over here. And so I couldn't see the stuff when this was on. But yeah. Yeah, now I guess I can have it back on because it used to be like floating up here, kind of like it is when the thing is up here. It was like hiding text when I had it open. Granted, I don't hardly use it for that anyway now. I just use it for... I just try to see the analytics. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing with polls for like the D&D thing is that it wouldn't work for... You'd have to make polls for YouTube and for Twitch, which is kind of annoying. So I don't think we're going to do that. Okay. So what do we want to do? Do we want to do more stream improvement stuff or do we want to work on some AAE cards? Does anyone have preferences? We've got the timer to do. For Twitch, I would think it would be fun to put all your little guys as emotes. We do have Maximus and Bean, although I do want to, and the Turnip King. I do think it would be nice to have them zoomed in so they're not really small, like do them like the, like this one, like this Turnip King, so you can actually kind of see what it is. Of course, you can only see those on, what is it called? The ghost is very in the way of the chat, huh? The on-screen chat. We need to move that ghost. Ghost 1. I'm just gonna go there, I guess. Oh, it's in the cobweb. Oh no. What have I done? Oh God. Help. Okay, we're gonna move here and then move Luna over here. We have too much art on this page. Otherwise, yeah, we can work on, I would say, the next armies card. So, which I believe will work with the altruism deck. It'll be the other church. We'll probably have like a reverse church that's kind of like dark looking and maybe have some other stuff. It'd be kind of cool, I think. But those are the options. I can let you decide. Or if you don't care, I will pick something when I feel like it. These ain't games you're looking to pick up as how Black Friday is not so far away and probably, hopefully, there are some Steam sales. If it was anything game design, it probably would be... I'll get to that in half a second. It probably will be, it wouldn't be necessarily game design. It would just be like, well, it'd be more the art of the card that we had talked about. But we could also talk about more cards that would be good for the altruism deck if we wanted to, potentially. I do have the feeling Pyromancer is going to need to get some sort of change. Because right now, I think the only deck they'd probably really be good in is the God of War deck. So we could talk about some of that kind of stuff. Games I'm looking to pick up. Not really. One is because I don't have a lot of disposable income right now. So I don't really want to be wasting money. Honestly, I've been having fun with Minecraft when I've been doing that. So maybe I might have my own server playing with friends. I've also been playing PUBG with my friends, so and Baldur's Gate. So I have 3 games I'm already playing that I'm having fun with. The only game that's really striked my interest recently, and honestly, it was just an article that showed it for like 2 seconds, is Godbreakers looks kind of cool. It's like a it's like a co-op, like hack and slash. I think it might even be MMO, honestly. The 4-player co-op craft the perfect team setup. I don't know. It seemed interesting. It's supposed to be like Risk of Rain meets like Hades meets something. I can't remember what other game, but it seemed cool. But I don't know if it's actually that good. It was just like one thing. I was like, this game looks awesome, and it's like, okay, cool. And then Hades 2, maybe. I still have to play that yet, so. But I don't think I'm going to buy any games anytime soon. I need money first. Chaboy needs money. The one I want is tabletop, but Canada makes me scrape by check to check. I feel that. Yeah, tabletop simulator. I like to pick up Library of Runia at some point, since I watched the gameplay and story, and I think it's very cool, but the price is like 25 euros, so I'm hoping it'll be on sale. Yeah, I mean, usually Steam sale, like I don't usually like everything goes on sale, you know? Uh-oh. Sorry. You don't know what just happened. Hold on. This is killing me. Hold on. Hold on. Toots. Sorry, I just got Toots' message. He sent it, I guess, 4 minutes ago. Dude, are you here? You guys are about to freak out. This is so good. Hold on. I'm assuming this is fine to share. Okay. First of all, I love it. Up to you. Of course I'm going to show it. What are you talking about? I'm crying. Oh, that's so funny. Oh. Oh, dude, that's so good. Oh God, that's so good. So Toot made this for me as a thank you for helping him with some stuff, inspiring him mostly, I think. But yeah, I love the stamp. That's a fun choice. Unleash the Bald. That's so good. Toot, thank you. That's so good. It's beautiful. Looks like a stamp sentiment. It does. I like the little perforation. Unleash the Bald. Yeah, first of all, I'm so ripped. How am I so jacked? Glad you like it. I love it. Thank you. This should be the redeem icon. I mean, maybe it should. From all the push-ups and redeems, of course. That's why I'm so, yeah, it's unleashing all the redeems at once. Here, hold on. Is it the same? Is there any difference? I also love the pose. The pose is so funny. I'm the mastermind of my bald head. Dude, that's so good. I don't even know what to say. I like the texture that you did too. Look at that. Look at that face. Oh man, dude, that's so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what to say. Oh, damn. You did good. I love it. I will cherish it forever. Print it and put it on my wall. Honestly, I really do want to have a wall for this kind of stuff. I feel like that'd be so cool. Like just back there, just on like the gray part of the wall, just have a bunch of not necessarily just fan art, but like stuff that you guys have made. I think could be cool. Dude, thank you, thank you. You are far too kind. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna have to I feel like I need to do something with that, like now, but I don't know what to do with it. Here, we'll I need to get like a print of it and put it on my wall. It was a lot of fun working on it. I'm glad you like it. I love it. It's so good. Okay. Let me catch up real quick. You guys were talking about a game here. Don't know much about Limbus. I kind of want to put up by the gacha element, but I haven't played Cloud Corp either. I know in general story. Interesting. This technically is a gacha, but you can grind for the character directly if you avoid all the gacha altogether. So it's pretty good in that sense. Nice. More push-ups and you'll literally be keeping. You'll be him literally with keeping redeeming. Yeah, exactly. That's the goal. You can export any part of you want to. You can just use the head or the square art for anything. Yeah, I wonder if I should. I'm kind of trying to decide. I should probably put that as the. I think that'd be cool to put as the redeem. We still have like the. Or even if it's not like the redeem icon, it could be the what's it called? The thing that pops up on screen. We could change that. Let's try it. Save image. Beautiful work though, Toot. I love it. Let's just save it to streaming. Icons, I guess. It's a JPEG. Thanks, dog. You. No, you, thanks. Oh, and then I have to like export it as multiple sizes. Does Twitch take JPEGs? File, export, PNG. We're exporting as PNGs instead. Actually, we got to do export as. Will destroy your color quality or something. I can export it straight from the source. I mean, it's going to be like. What size is it? 112 pixels. Oh, wait, no, this is the. Oh, wait. Never mind. I don't have to do this. What am I talking about? I'll leave the. Oh, wait, hold on. Dude, I'm just being dumb. That's all there is to it. We want to go to channel points. We want to click on Unleash the Bald, and then we want to go to visuals and sound, and we want to change the image to because we'll leave the icon, and then when you do it, this will pop up. And then people will be like, why does it look like that? Why are you so muscular? Why are you so handsome? This is how Toot sees me. Right here. This is how he visualizes me in his mind. Icons. Open. No, actually, I'm fine. I think we're good. Unless this is too big, but now we just need to unleash the bald, which I can do myself because you don't need to waste your money. Unleash the bald. Not work. Oh, redeem. There we go. And there you go. It had to happen. Two. Thank you. It's beautiful. There you go. Now that's what will happen whenever you redeem it. I like it, man. I love it. It's beautiful. It's your stand now. There you go. God, what was I gonna say? Oh, I need to actually fix the platinum ball Aurora. I need to make what's it called? I need to fix the sub redeems. They're too small, but that should be easy as re-exporting them, but and I need to make one for like gifted subs. I've got a lot of stream improvements I need to do, honestly, but I'll probably do those in my spare time. Okay. We've got 25 minutes left ish. Be lurking and playing Darkest Dungeons, so I won't be very active. No worries, Grot. Appreciate you hanging out regardless. I'm trying to decide what to do. I'll narrow it down. We're either going to work on the timer or we will work on what's it called? Or we will work on the new cards, because that is what Anonymous was saying that he would think was interesting. We'll talk about new cards we can do for what's it called? For I guess the altruism deck. What card types we're lacking? Just stuff for altruism. I guess we'll pull up the we'll pull up Tabletop Simulator for half a second while we yap. Honestly, now it's getting cold out, my head is colder when I'm not wearing a hat. More noticeable. I did remake all the decks. Actually, we need to go here. Which these are probably all broken now. Yeah, these are all... They're just not right. It's not that they're broken. We need to load these in. Beta card sets. Made them all nice and pretty like. Get to see all the decks. What about a noble hero? I could see something like that, like a king or a noble or something like that. I've thought about that for a while. I just don't know That'd be like one of those things that you would want, like some sort of, like, what is the mechanics for that, right? I think the problem is, I talked about this actually. King is perfect for altruism. Yeah, I think it would be cool. The thing is, one of the things we need to do is we need to look at I talked about this at the little class thing I did yesterday. We almost need to pay attention more to mechanics than we do thematics when designing these. Because usually it's easier to start with the, like, when you're just kind of coming up with stuff, it's nice to do the, like, it's a top-down versus bottom-up game design thing, right? So one's you work on the theme and you apply the mechanics, and the others you make the mechanics and then apply the theme. I think when we're trying to decide what to do for this deck, we kind of have to do mechanics and then work on the theme, but maybe not. I don't know. King gets stronger the more allies he has, because the king has nothing without his people army. That's kind of cool. I have to think of how that works exactly. Are you talking about like number of allies as in players, or like number of like other heroes on the board? Because it could kind of be like Druid, but with heroes. But I don't know if that really like fits the altruism deck, right? That would fit the war deck almost more. It's kind of like theme can inspire mechanics. Exactly. That's the point of that. But I think the problem is right now is that if we're not careful, I mean, all these cards can end up in the game regardless, but I don't like, that's a cool idea. And I think that works as a card, and I would be happy to make that card, but I don't think it fits in the altruism deck. It would probably fit better in maybe the humanity deck, maybe. But I think to make cards for altruism, we kind of have to think about how altruism works and what kind of cards would work with him. But I agree with you, Anonymous. That's definitely true. I mean, that's half of the cards that have been created in that way. But I'm not trying to like, obviously I'm not trying to like reject any ideas, but because all ideas are good ideas. I mean, I can write down a king. I do like the idea. King, all gains units based on the number of heroes in play. Like, that's pretty cool. I feel like that would work pretty well in the God of War, the God of War deck, but I'm not sure. Because altruism, ideally, again, like, one of the things was like a hero that deals double damage and takes double damage, which I guess maybe like an assassin. Can't type. Ass. Church of Dusk, it was another one we came up with. Before any card is down here. Okay, we already did that one. Well, since you mentioned pre-made as tutorials, what kind of play style would teach the player how to make use of altruism. So yeah, I think that's what I was kind of getting at. That's a great question. That's actually like the exact question to ask, right? Actually, you know what, Toot? I put my hat back on, but the hat is staying off for the remainder of the stream because you truly unleashed the bald. It's unleashed at its full power. I think the way to fully utilize hats off to Toots, exactly. I'm getting chilly scalp now. I'll be fine. I will be okay. I think the way to truly emphasize altruism's strength is have a high unit generating backline. So your backline generates as many units as you can to put onto altruism. And then your front line is very aggressive. I think is the way to do it, right? So they're able to like kill stuff really easily, and like high risk, high reward frontline. Would probably be the way to do it. Although there is some some stuff to be decided based on how altruism is worded. Which is interesting because I know last time we were talking about whether it made sense for this to apply when taking attacks versus also attacking someone else. And I found another use case for when attacking someone else, which is the Pyromancer. Because Pyromancer could potentially be good having a ton of units on altruism, because every time you draw a card, the Pyromancer attacks, which means you might run out of units on the Pyromancer and need to have units on altruism in order for it to work. I can't remember why we were discussing that in the first place, but something like that could be interesting. Like Pyromancer probably could fit in this deck. That's also interesting because you're moving units around and basically deciding whether you want to invest into offense or defense. Yeah, for sure. Because like the thing is, altruism provides you almost with all the defense you could possibly need is the idea, right? So you kind of want your other cards to be aggressive. Because you could go full defense mode. That's the other option. And maybe for a base deck, we split it down the middle, right? We could. Where it's like... yeah, you could go full defense and you'd be like, all right, my goal with this this god is to just basically tank everything so my ally can flourish, right? Like something like the Stone Golem could be good because you're tanking hits. And honestly, Stone Golem actually kind of works with altruism because your Stone Golem can be... Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work. It kind of just acts as a... another altruism, which kind of doesn't really help you. We're talking if that takes all the damage, you can choose. Remember talking if it takes all the damage or can it choose to take a certain amount? Yeah, so altruism, yeah, I guess that's okay. Yeah. I think that was part of it. Yeah, altruism should have to take an entire hit. instead of taking partial damage. That's for sure. It should have to be all or nothing, I think. But gotta make altruism fan art. That would be pretty sick. I would love to see that. Reminds me of Zero Fuku from Record of Ragnarok. I haven't seen that. It was already everyone suffering. Oh no. Zero Fuku. Interesting. Very anime. Much anime. Many abs. Guy's got like a 30 pack. I love it. That's cool. Yeah, so I think that's kind of how the deck should play out. So I think I would say high risk, high reward front line, unit generating back line, probably some sort of emphasis on helping your allies, like a subset of helping your allies, like, you know, hollow ground could be a good one to go in there, like giving your allies units kind of thing. Or church. What does church do now? What do we change it to? Do I even have, is this the current one? Before any card takes an attack or is attacked by a monster, your god gains 1 unit. Like, that's definitely in the deck. Before any card is attacked by a monster, your god gains 1 unit. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Right? That just works. You'll need ways to put unit on your god. Yeah, exactly. So that's like kind of a cool thing. We do have the other church, so we already have 2 structures. Honestly, village is probably just a good one to have in here because it's high unit gen. You know? I honestly would say, I don't know why I put Witch's Hut, Mage's Tower. Army Camp, maybe, I think I was considering if we wanted to go full defense and have Paladin Stone Golem kind of thing. Army Camp could be good for that, but I also don't think those 2 are necessary. But yeah, we have two structures already. I would say we probably want to maybe focus on a land or 2. Like a land that specializes with altruism would be kind of fun. What if there's a hero with Thorns mechanic that deals damage to attacker when it's attacked, else for +1 damage to something else? Interesting. Basically making your whole front line stronger at all times, but only on offense. I'm trying to think how that works. We did make one of the new gods have thorns, essentially. I can't remember exactly how that worked. Don't know where it disappeared to, though. Oh, that's written wrong. I have to reword that one. What if there's a hero where Thorns mechanic that damages an attacker when it's attacked? Everyone else for +1 damage. Making your whole front line stronger units. I think I get what you're saying. Are you saying like when that hero gets attacked, your allies gain units? Is that kind of what you're saying? Because I can see that working. It's not really thorns though. The problem is enemies can't take damage. That's the problem with the return damage thing. A god that gains units when your god. Yeah, when your god gains units would be pretty much broken, I think. Loses units might be cool. I think loses units is more interesting. Although the problem with that is that's only... No, it's actually not only good on altruism. Because in theory, I need to pull up the beta cards. Like just the beta deck. Objects, saved objects. AE card. 1 beta, okay. Got too many cards on this board. Search. Actually, I don't know why I pulled up this. I was kind of thinking of... I guess I did want to see what these guys do. I wanted to see what the Thorns mechanic on this guy was. I can't remember. When a card is attacked by a monster minion with a lower power level than or strength than this card's units, it is destroyed after it takes damage. Right, that one was kind of crazy though. Like that's like something that could only be a god power, I feel like. We also do have the Beast Tamer, which is also kind of a Thorn sort of attack, which maybe actually... When this hero has 5 or more units on it, when a minion attacks this hero, it instead attacks the an old god card using this hero's units to attack. I don't know if that really works. It kind of does, but you... I guess you could use altruism to feed the Beast Tamer, so that kind of could work, but... I have to go to work. I have to work, but I'll be back in 30-40 minutes. Should I say farewell? Probably... I probably should get other work done. I got to do some shorts, and I've got to work on just some other stuff. I might be back on later tonight again because there is more Minecraft. I'm trying to decide if I probably will stream again. I don't think there's any reason not to. So I'll probably be on late again with some more Minecraft with the new streamer friends. So that'd be cool. Farewell, Nidalee. I'll see you later, pal. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the art. That's really cool of you. I really greatly appreciate it. You are a sweller feller. You know what I mean? There's a lot of basic concepts that work way differently here because of how unique the game is. Yeah, the problem is, yeah, enemies can't take damage, so it gets kind of weird because fully killing an enemy can be too powerful, right? So, Thorns damage is a little bit weird. I like the concept, but I mean, you know, you saying that did bring up an idea of like when an ally is attacked, it can give units to another like a triggered effect that's just like when this card is attacked, grant another card 1 unit. It could be higher than that, maybe. But that's kind of cool. I like that idea. It's kind of like defensive thorns, right? Like if your ally gets hit, then you heal your ally, or if you get hit, you heal your ally. Is kind of basically the feeling of that, which is it's if thorns healed your allies instead of damaged enemies. like counter characters and turn-based games, for example, like counter mechanics would be way difficult here. Yeah, that's the thing. It's honestly not even that they're like super difficult. It's just that they are too powerful, I think, is the thing. We could have, and this is like not for this deck, but we could have something where it's like, if this kind of like the Shade, if this hero dies, then it kills the attacker, right? You could have like a revenge mechanic, like revenge death mechanic. That could be interesting. I do like Adonis's idea for a land when your god loses units, gain 1 unit. Or units, is it gains 1 unit or your god gains 1 unit? Probably it gains 1 unit, and then it'll just take you a turn to move it. It's kind of interesting. That's really good if you keep bringing it back and it has taunt or something. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if like a taunt might be too powerful on that. I'm trying to decide how that would work, but how are we doing on time? We have 40 seconds till the ad. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do the ad and then work for another like 15 minutes, or should we say farewell now? I wonder if there's anyone streaming that we want to raid. Honestly, we probably should find someone new, because we haven't raided anyone new in a while, I feel like. I'd be down to chat for like a little bit, but I'm lurking, no help. Sorry, boys. No worries, dude. Also just thought of having a hero that taunts only when at high units. You kind of don't need to taunt at high units unless the taunt is making the weakest attack it, right? Like the attack's weakest cards, which I guess was what it would do, but like a unit effect which gives it taunt at high units. I feel like it might be too powerful though, honestly. What is this? We're in an ad. We're gonna take a few minute break and then we'll yeah, it's if altruism was a hero. True. You know what, we'll just work through the ad. Screw it. What about a hero that can split the damage of monster attacks, tanking some of the damage, making it easier for the god to use this ability? Interesting. Honestly, I almost want to say it would be cooler if that was like a land. It could be a hero, but would that be more interesting as a land? Like whenever a card is attacked, this card takes 1 of its damage or reduces its damage by... I'm trying to remember. Is reduced damage by 1 annoying. I mean, it kind of already exists, I guess. There's like the cleric, right? Which is you gain units before being attacked, which is kind of a simpler way of saying it reduces damage, but maybe. What do a hero that can split damage of monster attacks? Splitting is actually kind of cool, though. I don't have to think about that for a second. Could make a unit that has out taunt, like, could always have a land that bestowed it when disabled or something. That phases out. Okay, so you're saying. That's interesting. I feel like we don't... Wait, I feel like we're on the wrong train of thought with taunts. Just because not have a taunt unit, but a triggered effect. So I'm trying to understand what you mean. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain what you're getting at. Unfortunately, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. But wait, since there's big unit generation in altruism, what about a hero that can spend units to do double damage attack? That's kind of the idea of the assassin, right? It deals double damage but takes double damage. It also would, in theory, spend half as many units, but units on attack. Sorry, Thunder. I'm just not. Can't find the words to say it good. That's my. I apologize. It goes down 1 after an attack, but maybe it attacks for 2 units. Yeah, it's kind of the idea of the assassin. To balance it, it would take double damage if it's attacked. This is where, okay, now I'm understanding. I'm remembering the thing. The god should take the attack, which allows it to this guy to not, because if it takes the damage, it means your god would take double damage. But if it takes the attack, then it means it would only take the normal amount of damage. We'll have to like play around with the wording on that because I'm not sure what the best option is, especially if we have other options where it could be better. We also have to rework, we're probably gonna have to rework Pyromancer a little bit, but it's functionally the same. True, just means like an AoE's massive damage attack that can always powers not for attacking. Let me reread what you said. Hero that can spend units to do double damage attack. Ah, I see what you're saying. Spend units to do a double damage attack. I see what you're getting at. So it would be like an ability that does it. It might work better. I mean, spend X units. The attack deals. Honestly, spending units would probably not be the right cost. Like, discard a card would probably be better. Something like that, a cost. Just because if you spend units to do it, then all of a sudden it costs an amount, so double damage is only worth. It gets weird. Attack deals double damage. Something like that. I see what you're getting at now. Maybe it would be units, and if it is units, it could make it like, it could be a balanced mechanic on its own, right? So like if it's one, if it's like a minion and you want to deal double damage for some reason, it's still, if it costs 4 units to activate the ability, then it kind of balances itself out. So it means it would only be good for taking down higher strength targets. But I don't know. I think that could be. We'll see. We'll have to think about that one. What was the other one? Anonymous said split damage. I think that is cool. Actually, a card that lets you split damage, because then altruism could be more effective. Yeah, I actually like that. Do I want a hero or a land though? Card. Split the damn. Honestly, a structure feels like what it should be, but I'm not entirely certain. Damage of an attack. I think it's cooler probably if it just splits the damage outright and doesn't necessarily like attacks damage can be split between the attacked card and another card. That's interesting. And attacks damage can be split between the attacked card and another card. That is interesting. I don't know what kind of card that would be. It feels like a structure as far as like its capabilities, but it could be interesting as a land. No, it's too. I think that's a structure. It could be a hero as well, though. I think you might be right. It could potentially be a hero and it's itself. You can split the damage between itself and another card, where it's kind of like a half tank, you know? Well, it's not even a tank because it would just split the damage. It's either a structure or a hero. We actually got to look at how many cards we have of each type, and kind of figure out what the balance is there. But as to what we need more of, we definitely need more lands, though. I know that's the case. So I was thinking it could be a land, but it's too. I think that's too crazy to be a land. A Mirror Knight, okay. Elaborate. Or is that just a visual concept? Oh, that's what this would be. I see what you're saying. Or a fortress thing. I can see that. Okay, yeah, I can see that. All right, right, let's focus on lands for half a second, and then I think we'll probably call it a day. What other lands could there be for altruism? Hi, Toot. We're still going. I should be done, though. It's made of mirrors and reflects the damage of an ally. Yeah. To an ally. Yeah, it's just rude, really. The interesting thing is, like, lands are supposed to specialize in gaining units, but I also feel like they could have other... They also do have other effects, so usually related to, like, card draw and stuff, but... What would one for altruism do? I mean, it could just be, like... Which is kind of, I guess, what... Like, sort of between... what you were saying, Anonymous, like when your god, I guess it's kind of close to what you're saying. Your god loses a unit, it gains a unit, or like when your god would lose a unit, when your god would lose units, it loses one less. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of the same but different. Although I don't know if there necessarily needs to be like as many types of land in the game as there are other cards, because lands are kind of not necessarily supposed... Like, if you look at Magic, I mean, there are a lot of lands, but a lot of time you're just going to have a basic land that gives you mana anyway. But what about if a hero dies, you can remove units... There we go. What about a hero dies, you can remove a unit from this land and leave it on one unit or something. Oh, like, so it keeps your hero alive. That'd be interesting. Maybe I think peaceful heavenly land could be good. Cool. A sky land. I have thought of that, but I'm wondering if it's weird to have a sky land. A land in the sky. Push-up time. I think I'm getting better at those, aren't I? Like getting faster at push-ups. Sick ups. Yeah, I guess like a sky land or a sky island could be cool. Yes, from when you started, absolutely. Yeah. I'll probably have to, well, maybe I'll have to start increasing my my number. I mean, I already increased it. I was doing like 5 at first. Now I'm doing 10. I do like that idea though. What about when a hero dies, you can remove 1 unit from this land to leave it at 1 or something. That is kind of cool. I'm trying to decide if that fits with... I have to organize this document. It's such a mess. Does it fit with altruism? It's again kind of like too tanky, right? Where it's like it makes altruism... not doing its thing. If its Sky Island is destroyed... If this Sky Island is destroyed, all of your structures... ... Would destroy all of your structures. Oh, no. No. Rip all your structures. Age of Ultron style. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could be something like more aggressive, right? Like where it's like, I don't know. We're also just brainstorming in general, not only altruism. So any cool ones we can look at with other gods. Yeah, I've been kind of throwing them in here. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, we actually did have like an idea. I think Maximus came up with a idea. Yeah, it's like remove 5 units from itself each turn. If any other card reaches 0, it does not die. The structure, with this structure in play, if the card reaches negative, it dies. Basically, when it reaches 0, it just stays. I don't know, it was kind of interesting, but that was like, that's probably more of a structure. We actually have a bunch of just random card ideas I probably should look through. I also do need to sort through some of these because some of them are already in existence. I mean, the ability to allow you to change the attack priority of a monster would be really cool, but I also don't necessarily think, again, for altruism, it's cool. It doesn't really help the play style. Your allies gain all your trigger effect. That's going to be broken. It's Bridge 2.0, but that's just God of Destruction, but a card. Oh, they already do have ship. Nice. That's, yeah. Oh, and hospital. Which we kind of changed, but I think it's fine. Discard a card, trigger an ability. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, for theming, I think Peaceful Heavenly Land could be cool. Yeah, I think so too. Or am I back? I'm way behind. I was like, that doesn't seem right. I was like, why did I feel like I read that already? A hero is on 1 and a monster hits for 5. How much damage will the god take with its effect? Ooh, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, that brings up the whole damage discussion, right? Because in theory, it should take... The god currently only takes 1. But if it takes the attack, it takes 5. So taking the damage is probably just much better. You're right. Dang. We might have to word some stuff in specific ways to make some of this stuff work properly. I do like the concept of really high value cards that punish you heavily if you don't maintain them, but I don't know if it feels good, especially in this game, because you either have it and they're thriving or you don't and you get punished. Yeah. Yeah, I get that too. I think self-destructing cards can be fun if done right. Yeah. Basically it has like, you have to keep feeding it, otherwise it dies. But just grabbing lunch, what are you up to now? We're just kind of talking over some card design for altruism. AKA before any card is about to take damage, you can choose to have this god take the damage instead. But we're kind of wrapping up a little bit, I think, at this point. We're anxiously awaiting your return, indeed. If you have any ideas that hit you right off the bat, I think the play style we're talking about is like aggressive heroes and then unit generating sort of lands and structures that kind of feed your god. But just from what Don was saying, I thought like a dragon's den filled with treasure giving massive value, but if it dies, the dragon gets angry and destroys the structure. I see what you're saying. It makes it all cards lose 2 units. Yeah, that I'm not sure I like. I think it's kind of cool, but I do like the ones that I do like the idea of a card that like loses units instead of gaining units, and you have to just keep feeding it units is interesting, but I don't know about how I feel about a card that damages your own cards. I don't know. All right. You know what? Honestly, I think it's probably time to be done, as much as I want to keep going. I really should focus on doing some other stuff. And yeah, sick, but I don't really know how fun it is. Yeah, it's cool doing that. Yeah, I mean, I do like the idea of a dragon. I think that would be cool. Dragon hero. I don't know if that fits in this deck, but I do like the idea of, yeah, sky, land. But yeah, I'm not sure about how I feel about cards that hurt your own cards. Powerful, but hurts you if destroyed. We'll think about it. I'll let it stew in my brain. Well, now that you say losing units, if you still like the idea of the card without having its effect, it could have negative unit generation in exchange for such a powerful effect. Yeah. Like the idea would be like it's a dragon, but you have to keep feeding it gold, right? Or whatever in order to keep it alive, but it constantly loses units, which actually would work. So here's where we keep getting into that, like, that issue with altruism, where it's like if it's losing units, it doesn't take. Maybe altruism is gonna have to be worded both ways, like it can take an attack or it can take damage, because right now there's a lot of cool concepts you could do with altruism. Like if the thing keeps losing units, it's not so much we have to play test, it's that both are cool and cards would have to be worded a specific way for it to work. Like if there's a card that constantly loses units, altruism, it would be cool if altruism could tank that, right? But if it's worded like in attack than something like the ultra or like the assassin who takes double damage on being attacked. That doesn't work as well with altruism. It gets kind of weird. So it's kind of, we're kind of at like a weird impasse to figure out how we do that. Like an earthquake spell destroys all structures and does not damage each structure. Does damage for each structure destroyed. Interesting. I'll write that down. Trying to decide how I feel about it, but one of the other things I don't like about destroying, like, because I had thought about doing like a, you know, your typical like magic, you know, reset sort of spell, you know, where it's like a board wipe, but I'm not a huge. It's a little different now that there's like such a limited amount of cards that could just screw you over, but I kind of don't like resetting the game and being like, all right, well, the game's going to take another hour, you know, but I do like the idea of it. I'm just trying to decide if it fits the game. I think it's a cool sounding spell, basically a mechanic for my game. Well, that's why it sounds cool. Destroy. I always want to do destroy with an I. Destroy all structures. Deal damage based on structures destroyed. But I guess honestly, all spells have a cost, so it kind of works. It'd probably be all your structures, and I would be okay with it. I don't like destroying allied stuff. It's kind of against my design philosophy, but if you destroy all your own structures, but it destroys stuff based on the structures, or maybe it's like you can pick the number of structures you destroy. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. All right, y'all. We've had 30 minutes of bonus content. I think we're gonna go find someone to raid.
What's up? I'm Beats.
Oops,
making a survival horror themed board game.
Oh god. This one? This one. Sorry about that. Trying to show you my face. So many games innovate on like one or two things and call it a day, so they're able to take whatever they want from other games. But it's tough with AAE because there's nothing out there like it, so it can't steal. It can only get inspired. Yeah, I mean, there's certain mechanics that get kind of bogged down, and of course, there's like certain limitations I give to myself, right? Like, there's the idea of like me not wanting you to like hurt your ally, is like a game feel thing, and not even like a actual reason I can't do it. That's just me trying to like make sure that I like how the game feels when you play it. And other people would probably disagree with me on that. I know some of you have, to be fair. But I personally think it's something I don't want to it's a personal thought that I don't want to you know, whatever. I think I should write. I think it'd be cool to write down my design philosophy at some point, so you guys can see it. Because there are some like unwritten rules I have that maybe you guys don't necessarily know, but it's so exciting because we can figure out all the stuff out, but it's unexpected territory in a world of TCGs and gaming in general. Yeah, I mean, it is cool. Yeah, it's kind of a puzzle, you know. We haven't really like tried to find new people on here lately. So let's just see if we can find anyone making a card game as per usual. You know, the single coolest game mechanic I've seen in games. Yeah, honestly, it is interesting. I mean, because other games have had units like that, but they're not units, right? Like, they're resources. Like in like Catan, you could have something like that, right? But they're different. Like you got wood and you've got, you know, wheat or whatever, right? Like all those things kind of end up kind of different, where a unit is like a single resource that represents all your resources. Indeed, a raid. I'm not seeing anyone who is making their own trading card game. Let's actually try also just card game as a tag. I also do that. You know, I'm glad we worked on AE today, because my title for my game or my thing was working on AE stuff, and we hardly did any, so it's probably good we talked about game design, because I just lied to you otherwise. I like graphic or web design. We could see if we can find anyone. Oh, like graphic or web design. But yeah, that's kind of what you meant. Can't find anyone doing design either. Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's kind of niche, I think, is the thing. Like, not everyone would understand it per se. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of cute pixel art, maybe an option. That's very it's very that's what are we feeling? We feeling cute? We feeling cool? We feeling spicy? We feeling... Gonna head to bed ASAP and rest, so I can be well rested for the game release. Heck yeah. That's at least 2 to 3 hours before sleep time. It's still early for me. Risque? Yeah, there's a good word. JK. Yeah, that was what I was, that's what I saw. I'm feeling either this pixel art or this witch sort of art, because it looked kind of cool. It is the spooky season. I don't even know where the pixel art thing went. I don't know where either of these went. These are also kind of cute though. These little pumpkins. Like, that person has a lot of views, huh? Whichever's cuter. Okay, I don't know where this one pixel artist I was looking at. Oh, that one. Honestly, we're gonna do this, even though they have a ton of views. They already have 530 viewers, but the little thing that they're drawing is too dang cute, so we're gonna go for it. I think it might be Pokemon. It is Pokemon. We're going anyway. We're yellow swag. Start raid. Anyway, y'all, it was fun. It was good hanging out with y'all. Thank you for the art. Thank you, Tebow, for the resub. Is that what we got? I think it was Tebow. Can't look at it again. But yeah, either way, it was good. See ya, have a good day. Yeah, you guys too. I probably will be back on later. I'm gonna be playing Minecraft again. I know it'll be late for most of you guys, but we'll probably be doing that. So yeah, I will maybe see you later today. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday. I'm joining if I can't sleep. Deal. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you all. Goodbye. You're fantastic. Later days, indeed. See ya. See you on the other side. It's not an